If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Hurts. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Another run here, another run by Smith. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
that is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Roll, Otunze. Touchdown, Bears. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10. Off the play fake. Hurts. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Goddard. Look at the big guy rumble. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing is Williams. The rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. Here's Swift, and he'll get about 5. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Mack Med. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're trying the left side with Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Williams to throw on second down. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. Third down coming up.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Ready up.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. They'll run with Johnson. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. One more time with Johnson. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Williams. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chicago.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. You got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be third down. Now Hurts. He's going to look downfield once again. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Let's go.
Throwing on second down, Williams.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Bears build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Britton Covey now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Now it's Hurts. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Now Hurts. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. So we hit halftime along the lakefront here in Chicago, and the Bears are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Bears first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
To the left side, he's got Mack. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. Going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
60 bison, 60 bison. Let go.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. But he'll gather it back in. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Roschon Johnson, touchdown, Bears.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Covey now on the return. Here comes a reverse. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A first down throw for Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. On play action, Hurts. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's third and goal. Hurts again. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles back within 10. It's now 24-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. off play action. Here's Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Mack. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They'll run. It's Swift. He's going to have a Bears first down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On the ground, it's Johnson. Room to run past midfield. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. On second down, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go.
A run here with Swift. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Now he'll run. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll try to run with Johnson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball.
Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could, like. Point, baby. Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could, like. Point, baby. Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could, like. Point, baby. Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could.
I ain't never got to say, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can be the good for you. Don't want no right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So nasty. I'm $1 million baby. Don't ask me. Oh hell no. You rip my city so damn no. Just still don't know the Steve. Sound next. Oh VA next. I'm at they neck. I'm running up the check. She a bad woman, mama, she a diva. No matter what happens, she cannot come between us again. I know.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Love going to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
To throw now, here's Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On the ball.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Go. Ready.
Throwing. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Hey, cool.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready?
Now Love. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 41 yards. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now 3rd down and 7. From the gun, here's Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Mack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Throwing is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
No, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll go. Here's Williams going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Here's Love. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Down. Set.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Gerald Everett, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Once again, it's Swift. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Following the interception, Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set.
Love. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Mack Med.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 32-yard line.
Set. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
A big gain on the play.
Ready.
They're going to try and throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown, Bears! Roma Dunze, 44 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now Williams. A final shot before break. And his throw is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gutton, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To the air, Williams. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw, it's Williams. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Love now. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, green.
Back to throw. Love. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Hey, Red.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And that will be incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up now on second down.
Claws red. Let's go. Go pink. Set.
Looking to throw. Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
That one looks like he'll throw here. There's a short throw. It's caught by Mack Med. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. To throw, Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. On the return, Walker. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Love. It got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Love rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.